Okay. So before I start playing the game, I want to take a second to talk about Cycling Road Rival because oh my God, this space heater is it's too hot. I want to take a second to talk about Cycling Road Rival because I like obviously I misplayed to not um have Executor take the attack, but I made a further misplay on top of that, and like it's arguably understandable. Like I was tilted, um, I was a little panicked. It's definitely a crash course, is why, you shouldn't go live because if I was not live, I feel like I would have handled that a little better. I know no one was watching, but I think if I was not live, I would have uh taken more time. I would have like stood up, walked away, grounded myself. Like that's what I used to do when I was running my PB is if I got in a bad spot, I would like create some distance. There's like no time pressure on you when you're not live. And so I would have, I would have created some emotional distance and then gone through the spot. Like I'm about to go through it right now. Um, and then found what I needed, the play I needed to make. Um, but I misplayed. Uh, in addition to not getting the chip on the executor that I needed, I've misplayed on the turn that I stayed in and clicked seed bomb when Kingdra was roughly 85%, I think. Yeah, about 85% to kill Torterra. That was a pretty egregious misplay because that spot was pretty simple to get out of, and all I needed to do was sack one guy, which I was prepared to do at the start of the fight. I was prepared to lose Mons at the start of the fight. It shouldn't have changed, um, just because it was a situation of my own engineering. But if I was prepared to sack a Mon, I would have been able to get out of that spot pretty much risklessly, with just and gotten through the fight with just one death. Instead, I took a turn where I was 85% essentially to wipe. Um, because I guarantee you that now there's a version there where I have a like where essentially I end up losing Torterra +1. Um, but I guarantee you in the moment where I'm fucking tilted, I'm not finding that version. Uh, but we can go over that. I mean, that spot will come up in the discussion of the sort of branching paths. Because I'm gonna, as a sort of mental exercise, like I'm going to go through the spot I was in, examine every sort of decision that I could have made in that spot, and sort of like just go down the pathway and find the right click on every single turn. Um, because I think that like I will misplay again before this run is over, one way or another. And I need to be able to do something like this with just like the game open and the stream on. I need to not just fucking click buttons off of instinct. I need to be able to step back and say, okay, I fucked myself. Here's how I unfuck myself. We're going to examine what could happen step by step, address every possible outcome from this point forward, and like just construct an actual plan rather than clicking buttons. Because I think once I go on tilt, once I get panicked, I'm clearly very bad at clicking buttons. I clicked objectively the wrong buttons uh, in that situation yesterday. So I think that again, just as a mental exercise for myself, I think it's good to sort of break down this situation. And we are actually going to start with the first turn where I should have done something different, which is the, like, obviously we're just accepting the fact that I didn't get the extra chip on Executor as fact. But the first turn, accepting that, the first turn I should have done something different is this turn right here, where Executor is in against Kingdra. In this spot, I should Dragon Pulse. The reason why I should Dragon Pulse is Executor has a roughly 78% chance to survive this turn and get the Dragon Pulse off. And if that happens, we win deathless. Now, if I switch, which is what I end up doing, there is actually, and I said yesterday, I put it at around 30% to lose a Mon. And that Mon, and I said that that Mon would be Torterra. That's not true. If you play properly, Torterra doesn't die. Um, that is high. That is very high. I ended up in a quite unlucky situation um, to be forced into a sack. The actual number is, I think, around 81% to get through the fight deathless. However, in the 19% world, there is risk of multiple deaths and wipe risk, which is why we don't want to go down that path. There's essentially none of that in the 22% world where Executor doesn't survive this turn. There's essentially no risk of multiple deaths or wipes. And furthermore, switching is more complicated. It asks more of me. There's more variance, there's more branching pathways, and so it's more likely that I miss something. Um, Human error is a bigger deal. I think in a steer, a lot of the time, taking the simplest outcome is worth it, even if the difference in terms of like if it's something like 78 to 81, right? Human error can fuck, like, clearly yesterday it did. I made an egregious decision. Human error did fuck me up yesterday. And so if I have a chance to take a less complicated line in a steer, that's not meaningfully different in terms of like percentage of success, um, I should take the less complicated line. So um, it is better to Dragon Pulse. If I Dragon Pulse, on the subsequent turn, Kingdra cannot Dragon Dance. It has to either click scale, well, it has to click Scale Shot. It's either clicking Scale Shot at +1 or clicking Scale Shot at +0, but it must Scale Shot because it sees itself as dead to Executor, so it can't Dragon Dance, at which point we can go to Torterra. If it was to have Dragon Danced, and we switch in Torterra on a +1 Scale Shot, there's something like, I mapped it out, there's something like a 1 in 600 chance that Torterra loses that 1v1. If it did not Dragon Dance, Torterra always wins that 1v1 and we always get out of the fight deathless. 1 in 600 is akin to the risk I was willing to take it on Torterra at the start of the fight anyways. So I think that that's just like completely hand waved. And on the 78% chance to survive thing, obviously, if Kingdra Dragon dances, Executor always lives. If Kingdra scale shots, then a 3-hit with 1 crit kills and a 2-hit with 2 crits kills. That means there is a essentially close to a 30% chance, right, in a 2-hit world, Executor pretty much always lives. In a 3-hit world, Executor lives, I think the number is actually like 77, 78, something like that, percent of the time. And in 4 and 5-hit worlds, Executor is dead, but that means Torterra gets a free switch in on Kingdra with -1 defense and always wins that 1v1, right? So it's 78% deathless, 22% exactly Eggy dies, right? So this is the world that I want. The world where all of the risk is concentrated onto Executor. There's no wipe risk. I can only lose one Mon, and it's very simple. I just click Dragon Pulse, then I switch to Torterra, and I click Seed Bomb either once or twice, and then fucking Alchemy comes in, and I switch to either Walrein or uh, Togedemaru, depending on Torterra's HP, and I click either Encore or Ironhead, um, and I win the fight. Um, Now, I did not. Oh, and by the way, the other reason why you stay in is that the funniest possible outcome is the 5% world where Executor just fucking crits Kingdra and wins the 1v1 completely for free. Um, so, possible humorous. That's how you spell it. I'm Canadian. Humorous outcome. Must be considered. Anyways, I didn't do that. I did not click Dragon Pulse, um, even though I should have. I switched. So, in the event of a switch, there is a 60% chance of a scale shot and a 60% chance that I don't even know that I made a misplay. However, again, that's not what happened. There is a 40% chance of a dragon dance. By the way, if there's a scale shot, again, we pretty much we always win the 1v1. There is a 40% chance of a dragon dance, and that brings us to this turn, to turn 2. Um, so we're already in a decently unlucky world. Despite having misplayed, we had to get unlucky to end up in the spot that we ended up in. But anyways, we end up in the 40% Dragon Dance world on this turn. And on the next turn, actually, we are always supposed to seed bomb on consecutive turns. The reason for this is that we want to stop Kingdra from Dragon Dancing on any turn that we switch. If we switch and Kingdra Dragon Dances, it defeats the purpose of the switch. It like really punishes us to the point like when I was talking about switching invites wipe risk, when I was saying that yesterday, that's what I was talking about. There's the risk of Kingdra Dragon Dancing, so I need to stay in and stop Kingdra from Dragon Dancing. So I'm always supposed to seed bomb twice to ensure. Here, I'm gonna backspace all of this. I'm always supposed to seed bomb twice to stop Kingdra from Dragon Dancing on the turn that I might switch. Now, if I seed bomb twice, seed bomb X2 can kill roughly 77% of the time. That is part of why we're supposed to stay in and seed bomb twice, is that a seed bomb crit pretty much always means that we kill, so we can crit either seed bomb, and a scale shot from Kingdra, which has a similar chance of happening to a crit. Um, a single scale shot from Kingdra ensures that the seed bomb X2 will always kill. So we are always supposed to seed bomb twice. And this is where these sort of branching pathways come up. So we're going to go down every sort of possible 2 clicks that Kingdra can do and see what our action should be at the end, like on the like, okay, so like, we're going to bypass. Oh, no, we're not. We're gonna go down every possible branching pathway, and we're gonna see what action we should take at the end of everything. So 36% of the time, Kingdra clicks 2 attacks. If this if this happens, we are supposed to sack exactly Eggy, go to Togi D, dodge, crit, liquidation, chain, alchemy. So this gets us through with 1 sack, um, roughly 94% of the time. Now there is an alternative to this. In the alternative, what we can do is we sack Kingdra, go to Walrein, slow Encore. 60% of the time, it's scale shot, and we stack Eggy, go to Togi D, no crit dodging needed, always chain. 40% of the time, DD, go to court, kill with whatever, or go to executor or whatever. I think actually probably exec. Go to Eggy, kill with Dragon Pulse. I think is probably safer. Dragon Pulse, go to Walrein, Encore, and either kill with Togi. Okay, so 60% of the time in this sort of pathway, we end up sacking 2. 40% of the time, we end up sacking 1. And we get through but regardless, we never have to risk a crit. So in this sort of sequence where we get attacked twice, we can either risk a crit or risk a crit and sack 1 mon, or not risk a crit and sack 1.6 mons. I think we are early enough in the game that it is worth risking the crit, which I assume if we risk the crit and get crit, we probably wipe. I think it is early enough in the game that we just risk the crit and save the 60% of executor. I think that 94% to get through is enough considering the spot that we're in. And so I would just try to dodge the liquidation crit. I understand if someone would take the second line that sacks what like 2/3 of Executor to avoid having to dodge the crit, but that's not something that I would do. It's also worth noting that a liquidation defense drop does not affect this version of events. Um, a liquidation defense drop creates a situation here. If we get rid of this, liquidation drop gives Kingdra a roll on Torterra. However, it is still 40% to Dragon Dance on any switch. So we are always still supposed to click the second seed bomb, even though we're risking Torterra to a liquidation roll, because if we switch on a Dragon Dance, it like puts us in a world where we are guaranteed to have to sack 2 to have any chance to get through, and we're still facing risk, right? So we're just supposed to eat the 6%-ish roll on Torterra, considering that it is not guaranteed to even face an attack if we face the liquidation defense drop. Now, with that out of the way, so with those pathways, the 2 attacks pathways out of the way, which 2 attacks, again, it always results in us sacking 1 and getting through while risking a crit to lose the run, which is bad, but it's like pretty much we get through the fight like with 1 death the overwhelming majority of the time. This is one of the worst possible outcomes. Anyways, 24% to click Dragon Dance into attack. This is the bad world. This is the worst possible world. Essentially, in this spot, we are forced into the Walrein slow encore situation, and it's quite like I'm assuming that Walrein dies to some rolls of scale shot. So it's risky in and of itself. But yes, essentially what we're forced to do is we are forced to sack Kingdra, go to Walrein, slow encore, 60% to then sack Eggy. If it attacks, if it scale shots, scale shot, and to then sack Eggy, go to Togi D. And by the way, even at +2, Togedemaru is dead to no scale shots, right? It lives with a citrus berry, it lives even 5-hit max roll crit every single time. However, if it gets crit enough, I'm sure it puts it into a bad spot without Creamy. Still, though, against Alcremie, it can get the Iron Head flinch. So I think we're still very, very, very likely to win. In the event of this, we just have to sack 2. And by the way, even at +2, also, Walrein shows no kills to Kingdra with Scale Shot. So Walrein can always click Slow Encore and have a 40% chance to bait Dragon Dance, at which point we switch to Eggy and kill. So in this world where it clicks Dragon Dance into attack, we lose 1.6 mons. We always lose Kingdra. Um, and there is a 60% chance for us to face some wipe risk um, and lose a second mon. So this is the really bad world, but still, most of the time we get out of it with somewhere between 1 and 2 deaths. That happens, again, 24% of the time. Another 24% is to click attack into Dragon Dance. This is the good world. It's what happened to us, but it happened to us in the bad way. But this is the good world. If this happens without a liquidation, without lick drop, tort always 1v1s successfully. Uh, Ignoring like I'm probably there's some like super high roll uh scale shot stuff that can fuck with us, but pretty much we're gonna add the little tilde. Tort always one reruns successfully, almost always one v1 successfully. With the liquidation defense drop, pick drop must sack. Um, I think we have to must sack Eggy to ensure that it's scale shot. Like it clicks scale shot at some point. With liquidation drop, must sack Executor to reset tort defense plus drop Kingdra defense to mitigate lefties recovery. Um, at which point Torterra will be at the same HP as it would be at without the liquidation defense drop. So again, it always 1v1s successfully. It always just, and because we baited scale shot, we will have baited scale shot by sacking Executor. Um, it ensures that it's not a range following the leftovers recovery because Kingdra in this world would get an extra turn or two. If we sacked, it would recover its HP at the end of the turn on which we sacked. And then if we switched into Executor, it would oftentimes recover its HP at the end of the turn in which we switched in Executor because Executor quad resists liquidation and usually survives that. Um, so Kingdra would have between 6 and 12% extra HP, but the defense drop from Scale Shot would mitigate that. And Torterra would always hit the range, and it would always, after it reset its defense, it would always be at a high enough HP that it would live every roll of liquidation and live the overwhelming majority of Scale Shot rolls. Um, so with no Uh, with no liquidation drop, this is the good world. With the liquidation drop, we have to sack one. It's always Executor. This is the turn we ended up getting to, and we misplayed pretty egregiously in this spot by clicking Seed Bomb when we very clearly shouldn't have. We needed to sack Executor in this spot. Um, then there is the 16% world where it dragon dances to +3. In this world, Tort always 1v1s successfully. There's no risk of a liquidation drop. There's no risk of anything except I don't even know that a scale shot scale shot would have to go fucking crazy. I think it's like something like point I think it's also like a 1 in 600. Scale shot would have to go fucking crazy. And it's very unlikely to be pulled in the first place. Scale shot would have to go fucking crazy for us to lose that 1v1. So we always just click seed bomb in that spot. But I'm doing all of this just to show that there were outs outside of just spamming seed bomb until I either died or killed Kingdra. Um, and those outs were high percentage. Like I wasn't just fucking YOLOing on a scale shot 2 hit. I could have had a high percentage out that, it would cost me a good mon, but the run would still be going. With the line I took, the run is over like 85% of the time. The out I would potentially have is the Walrein slow encore, but I don't think that I would have found that in that spot because I was tilted. But I'm capable of doing this, right? I just showed right here I can parse every possibility and find the line that gives me the best chance of getting through the fight while mitigating my losses. So if I end up in a similar spot, I need to do that. And it's regardless of kind of what it ends up taking, right? Like if it ends up taking time, if I end up needing to stand up and walk away and just sort of settle down and then come back and open up the notes app and do something like this, then that's what I need to do. Um, I need to be able to create that emotional distance and then actually do something like that because I will end up in a spot like this before this run is over. And if I just click buttons again, I'm gonna fuck everything up. Like I should have done against Cycling Road Rival. I should have wiped in that spot with the clicks I made. Um, now, as I think I've demonstrated here, to get into the spot I got into, where there was a turn where I could click a button that would lead to me wiping 85% of the time, or in that neighborhood, I did have to get unlucky. Like, I legitimately had to get quite unlucky. Um, there was, of course, the 60% chance for it to just scale shot. Once it dragon danced, there was the 77% chance for 2 seed bombs to kill. And once it like once it clicked liquidation on turn 1, there was the 80% chance for it to not get the drop. And then once it found the second turn dragon dance, most of the time that's one of the good worlds. Right? So I had a bad sequence of events happen to me to put me in the spot where I could have thrown the run, but then once I got there, I made a decision that the overwhelming majority of the time ends up throwing the run. Um, which we're going to again, we're doing this kind of as a mental exercise to ensure that that's not gonna fucking happen again. All right. With that in mind, I think it's time to beat Norman. Or, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna get that far today. But nonetheless, it's time to fucking time to tab in, I think. Oh, no, there we go. Okay. I also want to address the can't read allegations. I definitely didn't have my notes pulled up when I made the dumbass decisions I did. At some point I minimized them, um, probably to check a range or something in the calc. And then when I pulled my game back up, I didn't pull my notes back up, and so I didn't fail to read the bit where it says that I needed to uh, get some ship on Executor. I was just playing based off of memory, and I failed to remember it. My notes were definitely minimized at that point in time, which it is what it is. Um, okay. I have I should have notes all the way to Norman. They're not for the double battles. They're not like precise, and I'll need to do some stuff in the calc to get the double battles good. And of course, I'll need to level up my guys. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, I can do this math. This math is fine. I can do it. Okay. I think I'm leading with Caracosta, pre-damage Caracosta, um, and Breloom. And I'm showing KOs to Lycan Dog, and Kangaskhan with Hammer Arm and why is my computer chugging? This is annoying. With Hammer Arm and Stomping Tantrum. So I need to be at, which is the lower damaging of those two moves? Hammer Arm. I need to be at 28. So that, that Costa pretty damaged to 28. Yeah. Breloom is going to deal a bunch of damage to Lycanroc Dusk with Seed Bomb. And then Masquerain is going to come in to the Caracosta slot. Wait 1 second. No, no, this doesn't work. Because then it's 50-50 to Excel Rock. Ah, fuck. Mm. Okay, I guess I need to rethink that a little bit. I'm sure I can find a riskless line through this fight, though. So I'm going to protect on turn 1. We're going to Seed Bomb. It's not a true double, so we just want to kill the Lycanroc side first, and then deal with the Kangaskhan side. So we're going to protect. We're going to... Fuck, see? This sucks. Okay, so we're going to protect with Caracosta. We're going to Seed Bomb with Breloom. We are going to, let's say, I just want to see what does Breloom deal to Kangaskhan with, if we teach it, when we teach Brick Break, you deal a lot, but you don't kill. You kill with Brick Break into Mach Punch. Oh, you will outspeed. Okay. After just one? Just one hammer arm. That actually gets... Hmm. Yeah. Well, what if... So let's accept the fact that we are going to... Um, we are going to Seed Bomb into Mach Punch, which is going to bring out this. Breloom will be on the field. Even at full, it occasionally shows a kill to Poison Jab. Um, Oh my God, my computer is really fucking chugging. This is annoying. Um, for example, you can't do this, right? Oh no, you can. You can. You show no kills. Okay, so maybe it's Hitmonlee and not Breloom. Low kick and fake out. So fake out into low kick. So yeah, maybe instead of Breloom, there you go, Hitmonlee. Who now will show no kills. We switch in Masquerain here. Pre-damage Masquerain to show a kill to you and you. Which is, it's in the same ballpark, and it will show a kill to return and to poison jab. Okay, so fake into low kick. And you know what? If we're faking out on turn one, you don't have inner focus. You have top claws. If we're faking out on turn one, then what we can do is we can actually switch in Caracosta on turn one for a turn to protect. And then that will bait Leaf Blade and Hammer Arm, right? So we need to go to 28, but stay above 18. Crit can add only 9. Okay, so that's totally feasible. Um, so we want to start 15 above plus 28 plus 43 minus 7 plus, yeah, okay. So 43. We want Caracosta pre-damage to pre-damage to 43. Fake. Wait. Lycan. Wait. We can't switch in Caracosta because fuck. Then Lycan Rock is getting a rock type attack off on turn two. Okay, we don't need to be all fancy with this. Fake Lycan. Um, low kick Lycan. Check with Caracosta. Pre-damage to 38. 28 mask into pre-damaged mask into Lycan slot or into Pasta slot. And Masquerain needs to be pre-damaged to 60. Needs to be pre-damaged to 9 plus 57 which is 66. 3 damage mask, 66 max into Costa slot. Um, Hitmonlee there, and always holding muscle band. Is it always one shot? Oh, so unfortunate. Oh, what if it's holding the silk scarf? Oh no. Anyways, we can switch in Togedemaru on the return plus poison jab. Bogey D into mask slot. And we're going to have Hitmonlee um, low kick victory bell. Yes. On low kick victory. And we need Togi D pre-damaged 27 plus 70 equals pre-damage to 97. We need Togi D pre-damage to exactly 97. Seven into Masquerade slot. Hitmonlee Blaze. Kick. Victory bell. Mask into Togi D slot. I just want to check. Will it be possible to have Kangaskhan upon taking a hammer arm drop from hitting Masquerade? I think it will be possible for Kangaskhan to start sucker punching Hitmonlee randomly, which could fuck with my whole shit. Right? Because after it will then see. Okay, wait, but it will see a. Oh wait, no, it will see a slow kill on Masquerade, and it will actually be prioritizing the sucker punch into Hitmonlee on the turn where Masquerade switches into Togedemaru. Fuck. God damn it. Oh my god, that's so annoying. At which point it sees a slow kill on both slots, potentially, with return into the Hitmon slot and hammer arm into the. Oh my god, that's that sucks. Okay. Um, What do I have already? So Masquerain, I have Togedemaru, I have Hitmonlee, and Carracosta. Okay. Hmm. And that gives Victory Bell a turn where it's doing something uncontrolled. Fucking goddamn it, that's so stupid. You're at plus one, no two. Okay, well, how about this? What if we Blaze Kick right off? Rip. We switch into. Okay, okay, I think I solved it. We Blaze Kick right off rip. Blaze Kick victory. Togi D fake out victory. And then we switch in something to the Hitmonlee slot on a turn where it becomes, but it's not guaranteed to. Oh, wait. No, it becomes guaranteed to sucker actually, right? It becomes guaranteed to sucker if Toga Damaru is outside of hammer arm range. Okay, but Togedy is not actually guaranteed to be outside of hammer arm range. Fuck me. Okay, wait, but I outspeed it. I outspeed it. I can just kill it. And so Toga Damaru fake out Victory Bell. Hitmonlee low kick Kanga. I outspeed. I can just kill after the hammer arm. Okay, but wait. It's not guaranteed to. Oh my fucking God. What I was trying. Oh, right. It's not guaranteed. It's actually. Masquerade is probably going to sucker. In fact, it is going to. 90% of the time, it will sucker Hitmonlee on the turn that totemize, which is not. That's what I was. And there's no way to prevent it from. Oh my God. Mm, I can't get a guarantee one shot here. No. God dang. That's the muscle bend. Okay, but what about this? What about this? What if mask is not pre-damage? What if mask is just full HP, which guarantees the sucker punch? Oh, but then Victory Bell is uncontrolled for a turn. Which is bad because it can just kill Hitmonlee if it gets a crit. If I miss the range. Wait, no, but we can double up on it. We go quick attack into Blaze Kick. And that guarantees uh okay, into cost a slot, mask, uh, QA, Hitmonlee Blaze Kick. Okay, we've solved it. And it guarantees actually once Kangaskhan is outsped and it sees itself as KO'd by low kick, it will always sucker punch Hitmonlee. It will not attack Masquerain because it sees no kills. It also sees no kills against Hitmonlee. It will always sucker punch Hitmonlee. Okay, there we go. Now we've solved it. And um, here we go. Does low kick into quick attack with the muscle band always kill? 126. Quick attack deals minimum of 10, minimum of 10. Yes, okay. Okay, we solved it. Okay. And then so ask QA Kanga Hitmon low kick And, all right, and that brings out you clicking either return or drill peck into the Hitmonlee slot and clicking, I would presume, yes, guaranteed drill peck into the Masquerain slot if it's going to attack Masquerain. All right, so we can switch in, um, I don't know, Togi D in the mask slot, Gigalith in the Hitmonlee slot. At which point, so Togi into slot, Giga to Hitmon slot, Giga Bach to mask into. Okay, there we go. Cracked. We did it. Okay. And I will pee before we pull off that line. Well, first we need to level our guys up. I'll level them up as necessary so I can make fewer fucking idiot mistakes with my leveling. So I want Togedemaru. Who do I want in the back in case I make a mistake? I don't know, probably Talonflame actually. Um, you don't want you. Don't want you. Give, give me, give me, give me, give me. Okay, I want you. I want you. I want you, and I actually want to level you up. And oh, and I want you. And slot order doesn't matter, it's not a true double. Um, all right. So, no, I don't think so. Um, if that's a mistake, we can amend it later. Unfortunately, I don't think so either. It could have neat tech, but I just think that all of the moves we currently have, I think we're going to keep that probably until we're through the desert split. Nope. Um, I think we learned that over Scary Face. I think we have various ways to drop speed, and so I do think we learned that over Scary Face. It's interesting coverage. Our mask is like a decent enough attacker. It's fast. You know, I try to remember. I want Everstone here. We level until we get no, not power gem. Until we get knockoff. Yes. Which we will learn over. I think we'll learn it over Razor Shell. Knockoff is very good tech. It's better than having a stab move. Lots of guys who can click stab moves, not lots of guys can click knockoff. Well, a decent number of guys can click knockoff, but not everyone. We are going to learn Blaze Kick. Of course, we're clicking it in this next fight. We're going to learn it over Brick Break because we can reteach Brick Break whenever we want. Okay. So we want to have the, where are they? Paladins, okay, Muscle Band. We want to give that to Hitmonlee. I'm going to give everyone else, or at least everyone, so I'm going to give you a Chesto in case I'm wrong. Um, and I'm going to give, no, that's it. That's it. That's everyone I need to give a Chesto Berry to. Everyone else will get, you'll get no item specifically, but you will get that. Okay. All right, let me read you and you. You're going to pre-poison. You're going to pre-poison. Uh, Costa, and we're going to get it to 28 HP. Mm, more, four more. One, two, three. Okay, so I think I have this one. There should be no reason I don't have this one figured out, to the best of my knowledge. Okay. Yeah, we just sent. Yeah. So we are going to fake out Lycanroc, and we're going to protect. We're going to low kick Lycanroc. We're going to switch into Masquerade. Okay, that drops Kangaskhan speed. And now it should be guaranteed to sucker punch Hitmonlee. And we are going to Blaze Kick Victory Bell and Quick Attack Victory Bell. Yep. Okay. And we are going to Low Kick Kangaskhan and Quick Attack Kangaskhan. Okay. And then we are going to go in the Hitmonlee slot. We are going to go into Gigalith. And in the Masquerain slot, we are going to go into Togedemaru. Yeah. And we are going to click Rock Tomb. And we are going to go back to Masquerain. Okay. There we go. Sorry that took 1,000 years to figure out, but we got there in the end. Okay. Fake out into low kick. This should bait. Should bait Chatot. Who do I have switching into? Chatot going for 50% chatter, 50% swing. Chatter can confuse. I have us going to Gigalith. Gigalith takes little enough damage off of everything that I think that's fine. We'll just equip it with the Chesto. Rasnot. And going to Terra. The Pearson. Okay. And body slam. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I think my line should work. And we'll have guys in the back who can ensure it will work. So we're gonna lead you again. We're gonna bring you. We're gonna bring you. Bring you away. Bring you away. You away. Draw you. We're going to withdraw you. And um, we'll go with you as well. Okay. No, we're going to go with you. Right? Yeah. Okay. Oh wait, no. Oh, I know what I'm supposed to do. Okay. It's not about Chesto. It's well, anyways. Um, hmm. Oh, you know what? I'll just pivot through. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Um, no, it's definitely better to apply. Or no, I'll do that later. Anyways. Um, sure. I would imagine muscle band is fine. Um, oh, pivot. Okay, and then we have to go back and teach Breloom brick break. I figured we were going to do this anyways. Um, and I would imagine we want to keep worry seed over fake tears. Mm-hmm. Oops. Nope. Mm, fake tears. Hopefully we don't regret that, but I think Breloom having both stabs is important. Um, all right. And then we'll go back to Slate Port. We want to pre-poison both Ampharos. Yeah, shut up. Oh, you know what? He wasn't as mean this time. Um, we're gonna pre-poison both Gigalith and Ampharos. God. mm, Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Jesus. Okay. Hopefully I'm not that badly damaged. Um, it's not horrible. Uh, we fake out. We low kick. Uh, here. What the fuck? We just gotta fucking hit it. Hey. Mm. Fucking Christ. Oh my god. Get the two-turn fucking wake. Jesus Christ. Well, um, I mean, I played that properly. Oh, I didn't fucking level. Anyways, I have not leveled my guys. Well, I think I played to my outs there, but Jesus Christ. Jesus H fuck. Okay. Well, I think it's time to level everyone up. Ugh. Yeah, Jesus Christ, man. I'm gonna level everyone up before I fucking forget to do it. Christ on a goddamn bike. I talk about playing slow and not making mistakes, and then I do fucking that shit. Jesus H, goddamn. Okay, we lived. I need to chill. Fuck. Holy god, god damn. Yeah, we learned toxic over poison jab. Hmm. I don't think I'm a fucking will-o-wisp clicker. Uh, I have a better will-o-wisp clicker in my box. I just need to settle for a second. This will be everything. No, I don't think so. Again, I don't think so. Yes. Go over Fire Fang. That sound-based move still is. Oh, well, now we drop the sound-based. Okay, next guy. We're reading Hitmonlee, clicking fake out, going into Kingdra, and clicking waterfall. Yes. That is going to bait for alligator. Kingdra is out damaged by both, outspeeds both. So it's going to bait for alligator. Boom. A fairly random move. Kingdra is going to flip turn into turtle. To the miracle seed. Always kills with seed bomb. It's you, and we're going to go to Masquerain. Cherry berry. Do a buck buzz twice. Okay. All right. Keep you around. Okay. You just need, again, I just need to settle. You around you. To cover for the rate at which I misplay, we're going to hold citrus here. And citrus here. I don't think that's necessary, but I do it. Miracle seed. And then everyone else is going to have cherry berry. I don't think I need to pre-damage, pre-poison, anything like that. My God, I suck at this fucking game, don't I? You need to calm the fuck down. There's no reason why this should go wrong. You fake out. Go to King Draw. Yep. You waterfall as it focus blast. You flip turn and it can kind of do whatever it wants here. Doesn't really matter. Yep, that's fine. We see bump. We go to Masquerade. Bug buzz twice. Okay. Okay, it's the next one looks like a double. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I lead with Hitmonlee. Hitmonlee doesn't need to be pre-damaged. And it's important that Hitmonlee is in slot 1. And Torterra is going to be pre-damaged a little bit. To be pre-damaged 30 to 120. So 120. We're going to have Pyroar in slot 2. It's just going to kill. Out will come Pyroar is holding Wise Glasses important. So yes, Hitmonlee, slot 1. Pyroar, slot 2. So if Hitmonlee is in slot 1 and then Torterra comes out second, Torterra shows a fast KO to Heracross, who will come out and then get popped by Pyroar holding the Wise Glasses. Now, Pyroar, how much does it take from poison every turn? 124 times 0, or 124 divided by 8. It's 15.5. So it takes 15 every turn from poison. So it's going to take 2 ticks of poison, right? I'll take the tick at the end of turn 1 and the tick at the end of turn 2 once it has killed Hitmonlee. So it needs to be 30 plus, it's taking minimum 50, 30 plus 50, it needs to be at 80. Or it needs to be 80 and poisoned, 80 HP poisoned for this to work. The first turn it will tick down 80 to 65, and then it will tick down to 50. Okay, okay. And then turn 2. Togedemaru comes in to the Torterra slot as Pyroar kills Hitmonlee. It takes a dual wing beat, and then it will fake out Poliwhirl as Pyroar switches to Caracosta. Caracosta needs to be pre-damaged, so it's going to take a dual wing beat. Always takes at least 12 from a dual wing beat. Oh, and then we don't care what it's at, right? We want it to just be alive. It's TogiD eliminate 78, 56, 13, 69, 128, 4. Okay, so yes, TogiD always kills. We don't actually care what you are doing at one turn. Oh, right. Okay. Caracosta needs to be pre-damaged. What's it? 12 plus 12 is 24. To be pre-damaged to 24, it cannot take 24 for a single domain beat. Let's confirm. It can, in fact, take 24 from a single dueling beat if it pulls consecutive max roll crits. Now, is there a better way to do this? So let's say Caracosta takes 7 off of a burn. Let's say Caracosta hmm, no, there's not really a way to do this. We just have to not get max roll crit twice. It's 1 in 65,000. We're fine. So we need Caracosta to switch in. Caracosta at 24. Terra at 120. Caracosta comes in, it protects. Togedemaru clicks Ning Zap, protects. Uh, or it switches in, it protects. Togedemaru clicks Ning Zap. It switches into Gigalith. Togedemaru clicks Ning Zap. At which point, Gigalith, who's holding the Chesto, both are holding the Chesto. And we're going to click Rock Slide and Zing Zap. You are going to come in. Hitmonlee is going to switch into the Togedemaru slot. Click Fake Out. Gigalith goes Rock Slide. Yes. Okay. Sorry, the doubles always take me longer. So we are leading Hitmonlee in slot 1. That we got correct. Citrus Berry is fine. Don't need you. Don't need you. Don't need you. Need you. Who we need is you, 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 you. Okay, and relaunch. You to be holding no item. Okay, citrus berry is fine for one lead. Double check. And really, it should be a Rost, I believe, actually. Or rather, no, it's not a range, so we will go citrus. Um, and then minus classes. Oh, you are going to slot to, to here. Okay, so now we will do our pre-damage. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Terra is going to 120. Four more. One, two, three. Paracosta is going to 24. 5 more. One, two, three, four, 8, 24. Okay. And now Pyroar is going to be poisoned in the. Oh, no, no. It's going to be poisoned in the fight, and it needs to start the fight at exactly 80 HP. So we're just going to start walking towards the fight now. We're going to make sure Pyroar's HP is exactly 80 at the start of the fight. Oh my god. Leave me alone. Oh my god. Okay. Whatever. Um, Actually, that's fine, I think. That's fine. It's fine. We can do it at 79 as well. Right? Let's do it. Okay. I hate when is baiting in that slot. Okay. We go here. Click. Flamethrower here. Go here. Click. Flamethrower here. Fake out you. Go to you. Zap you. You protect. Zap you. And go to you. When we zing zap you, you have a rock slide. Yeah. Go here. Go for a rock slide. Yeah. Okay. There we go. It was not actually riskless because if we got consecutive high roll crit by that dual wing beat, there was a 1 in 65,000 chance that we lost Caracosta there. But I think that's probably still, my guess is that was still the best line or close to it. All right. What's next? Right. I remember this. Hitmonlee pre-damage to 38 leads this fight and clicks fake out. You then go into um, Victory Bell. Who clicks Sludge Bomb. This baits the Togi D, going for precisely Iron Head. Yeah. Okay, what was the pre-damage again? Tell me the pre-damage. Dazzling Gleam does 38. Okay. Pre-damage 38. Well, it's you. Um, we go to High Roar on Guaranteed Iron Head. Outspeed every kill. Um, and on the next guy, we go to Talonflame, itemless Talonflame, who just prevents Sword Stance and kills with consecutive acrobatics, or 3 acrobatics. Some number of acrobatics. And we'll just have something in the back that is to play rough and at speeds, or rather not at speeds, but Pyroar can come back in if necessary. Yeah. Okay. There's nothing I'm worried about in terms of. Yeah. All right. We have the line here. I'm sort of proud of myself for not being able, for not fucking tilting off of. Here, we do want to keep that actually. Um, Keep this too. We want victory bell. PowerPoint. For not tilting off the face of the earth after I had that idiot fight where I didn't level everyone up. Um, so yeah. Okay. Um, I don't take, and Pyro doesn't need the wise glasses to you. Surely not. No. No. Citrus. Citrus. We go. Citrus. Take her item. I think it's fine to not have items. Okay. We are pre-damaging Hitmonlee to 38. I also want to just double check. Not always kills. Get three more. One, two. Right. I just want to also triple check. You, you. I should try. Yeah, you're finding it still over. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's all good. And, and, wait, wrong way. Oh my God. That guy at the end of the cycling road would be on my ass. What's this? Good. Nice. I think this is. You pick that. Go here. Oh, and research problem. Oh, we knew that was going to happen. Go here. Mm, and refund jar. Then just want to check and see. Oh wait, no, this is always drain punch. We need to switch to here. Right, back row. Break the disguise. Can't sword stance because it doesn't see its own disguise. It sees me outspeeding and two-shotting. And there we go. Okay, and next one is Aroma Lady Daisy, who we actually just get to sort of bypass. Normally she has a Trick Room team. We're not going to end up in Trick Room. Enough. Fire just kills, and then it breaks you. We can superpower. We go to Masquerade, and we bug buzz twice for the kill. And then use a choice. Want Toad Maru. Want Victory Bell. Put back you. Put back you. Take it. Where is it? Mask Murphy. I'll take it. Yep, this looks good. Okay. So I know Victory Bell needs the Poison Barb. This is to mask. You. You. And I guess to you as well. Um, I just want to double check. We are clicking Poison Barb Sludge Bomb. Okay, so we don't need to learn. Yes. Okay. Sure. Designate is 40% different. Yeah. Okay. Yes. We should be fine. This should be good. Oh, wrong way again. Is there anything down here? No. Altering. Oh, Altering Cave is over there, so we can get to Altering Cave now. There's also a TM, seems like. Hyper Voice. All right. Here, I'm on a bit of a roll. I know I don't need my altering cave encounter. I just am going to fight my way to Petalburg. We'll think about the encounter later. Yep. Yep. Flamethrower kills. Yep. And we go here. Bug was. I clearly did that wrong, and I clearly took some risk. Uh, is what it is. Fucking goddamn it. Forgot about, yeah, I needed to go to Orbital. Forgot about the attack raise. Eh, whatever. Um, didn't get punished. Oh my god. Mm, mm, oh, okay. Don't tilt. That's what we're not going to do, is tilt. Made a mistake. Didn't get punished. We've made worse mistakes. We've made worse mistakes this stream. Made a mistake. We didn't get punished. We can keep playing. Yeah. So, we are leading Houndoom and Caracosta. Houndoom is clicking Dark Pulse into Gengar. Caracosta is pre-damaged to like 1. Pre-damaged to 9. Or no, no, no. It actually needs to be pre-damaged lower than that. It needs to be low enough that it's dying to your vacant. So it needs to be at 5. Caracosta is pre-damaged to 5. Caracosta is also needs to be in slot. So 5, slot 1. Houndoom is going to start by killing Gengar with Dark Pulse. Let's both attack Caracosta, who protects. Then Houndoom is going to attack Corviknight. And Fake Out and Pluck are going to go into slot 1 and switch something in. And Houndoom outspeeds Corviknight, so it doesn't really matter what Corviknight does the next turn. Houndoom is going to do outspeed and kill Corviknight. So Houndoom will, correct order for Houndoom to do this is it is correct for Houndoom to Dark Pulse Corviknight and then Flamethrower. Yes. And then we will switch in a guy in slot 1. I think it says in my notes, it says Gigalith. I don't know why. This guy will take the Fake Out. Seems like Persian will be essentially uncontrolled on this next turn. Yes. So we will run Chestoberry. Wait, wait. Um, Houndoom. Houndoom always beats Persian, right? Shows a fast KO to Jinx with Flamethrower. Outspeeds you. So it always so Houndoom is actually Houndoom slot 1. Caracosta is in slot 2. In a turn, we're killing Corviknight. Togedemaru is switching it, and Togedemaru will bait Jinx. Because Jinx outspeeds. Obviously, Hypno does nothing. Okay. So Togedemaru comes in on whatever. So Houndoom, Chesto. No. Because oh wait, no, it is fine for it to be Chesto. So yeah. Figured it. Um, you're not. You're under. Oh, you're unnerved. Okay, well that's fine then. Houndoom is pre-poisoned. Togedemaru is. Oh, Togepi can't be pre-poisoned. Uh, and fucking Giggler. Mm, well, that makes everything okay. Mm, mm, sure. Okay, I think that's it. Okay. You do need you. Don't need you. Don't need you. Don't need you. Don't need you. Need you. 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 Um. You. And need you. Okay. You are in slot one. We're going to give you a citrus berry action. By the way, I don't know if I should be more conservative with my citruses, but I did high roll them, so. Mm, Shusto, not that Persian will let you use it. Um, and then we are going to also going to double check. You have great. Okay. Okay. So, oh, apply poison. Well, first of all, to you. Apply poison. Second of all, to you, and you are going down to 5 HP. Or is fine too. Or works also. And now, be poison everyone not named Togedemaru. Mm, mm. I'll just heal everyone before we get in that fight. Shut up. All right, this should work. Okay, we're going to flamethrower, or no, we're going to dark pulse here. We're going to protect. Mm, to dark pulse here. We're going to switch. Here, mm, going to flamethrower here. We're going to switch to Toby D. Flamethrower here. We're going to fake out Persian. Okay. We're going to realm and we're going to brick break, fake out, Simon, voice kick. Yeah. Right, one last, and we gotta go get the acro bike. Oh, so that means I actually don't need the acro bike to go on the cycling road. I was just riding the mock bike for no fucking reason. Despite the fact that I hate riding a mock bike. Okay, one more fight. Okay, one more fight and we get to power. So, Torpedo just kills this Torpedo black glasses. Torpedo black glasses kills the Jellicent. Torterra. And we want Warren. Pyro. Yes, I don't know. I'll take you. Bring fucking Hunter, so that I have something to die if necessary, if I fuck everything up. Okay. Torpedo gets. Oh, I know how items. It gets the black glasses. And then it gets that first kill, and then out comes Barraskewda. Outspeeds. Doesn't see a kill. Everything in the back. So, oh. It's actually Delmise that comes out, right? Unless with black glasses. No, it's not. It's Barraskewda. So um, both Bruxish and Barraskewda are out damaged by black glasses Sharpedo, but both outspeed. So this is Barraskewda for drill run. We're going to Torterra. Baits exactly Ice Fang. We're going to Wall Rain. We're going to slow Encore. We're going back to Torterra. It's going to kill with Seed Bomb. Yeah. Give Torterra Citrus. We have Wall Rain. Citrus, in case I'm missing anything. Yeah, Torterra is out damaged by Delmise, but it can just sit in front of Delmise until it receives the lagging tail. At which point we can go to Pyroar, who simply kills, and then dissipates, um, or rather baits. This is Bruxish. And we can go to Torterra again. On semi-random move, depending on Torterra's HP. Actually, maybe we should bring, I don't know, like, we'll bring a Executor holding a Citrus Berry, because it baits consistently at least. Because Sharpedo, if it comes in on Psychic Fangs, it always wins the 1v1. Okay. Okay, and we'll dole out a bunch of citruses that hopefully we don't end up eating. Um, I'm holding the black glasses. Okay, and I want to go get the Acro Bike. Okay. Much nicer. Yeah, pretty much. Barraskewda. Go to Tortilla. No, go to Lorraine. Slow encore. Up here. And Wheezy Bomb. Now we need synthesis. Synthesis. Oh, there we go. Oh, -1 citrus. The flamethrower. Okay. I just want to look at the rolls here. Okay. So, believe in this spot. If we go to Torterra. Yep, that's fine. This should now always be Psychic Max. Yes. So we now go to Sharpedo, guaranteed Psychic Fangs, and we crunch. All right, back in Paddleberg. We can solve this movement puzzle. Oh, yeah. We're back in, well, technically Olddale, but you know what I mean. Nostalgic. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it. I've been playing for a long time. I do have lines through Norman's gym, but can feel myself wearing a little bit. Also, we've seen that my lines aren't perfect. As I'm starting to flag a little bit, I'm less trusting in my ability to successfully navigate my way out of steering spots. So I think I just call it. But we made some good progress today, and we only blew it twice. One of them was really bad, and one of them was just dodging a crit. Yeah, we'll be better next time. We'll be better next time.